Hello, loyal listener of This Will Only Take a Minute. I'm Harrison, this guy right here. I also edit the podcast, and I'm in charge of sound, which is why I'm sitting down right now at the beginning of the episode to let you know that the sound in this episode, episode 20, the Dune 2 episode, is not great. My microphone is a little hot, Rodney's is a little quiet, and at around 9 minutes, Silas's completely cuts out. There's like a high-pitched screech that I tried to work around without completely cutting out because there's some hilarious jokes that I don't want to deprive you of. So I left the screech in, tried to quiet it down. But from that point forward, Silas's mic is just off, unfortunately. So just wanted to let you know that the audio is not going to be what you're used to. I think we got some microphones that we were going to try to use from now on, but they don't work, so we're going to go back to the handheld ones because even though the wireless ones sound crisper, the handheld ones never shut off on us in the middle of the episode. So, in lieu of re-recording an entire hour-and-a-half long podcast about Dune 2 and uploading it next week, we're uploading this one just for the sake of you guys who are interested in hearing what we have to say about crap week after week. We didn't want to deprive you of an episode, and if you hate the idea of no sound, fine, try to put up with it, or just completely shut this one off. There's always going to be an episode next week. But yeah, I understand that the audio quality is not great. I apologize for it. As editor of the podcast, I take full responsibility. But like I said, don't want to try to re-record an episode because it's going to be, even though the audio might be good, the quality will be bad of trying to make the same jokes or the same remarks about Dune or just whatever we end up discussing in this episode. So, power through it. And, that's all I have to say. Let's start the episode now.
Can we think of anything funny?
You know what I was thinking about?
No.
It's already March.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember when we moved here? It's March.
Yeah,
it's like almost the spring. Is it the spring?
It will
for
be.
here, yeah.
Has spring sprung? But what's the date officially?
The 21st?
Of March?
I don't know.
Something around there.
I get to see you have the computer, but...
Oh, I also wanted to compliment you. That didn't feel like an appropriate time to,
I'm not typing again.
Huh?
Hang on.
Are we in?
March 19th.
Okay.
You're close.
I wanted to compliment you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
On last week's intro. When I was like, when you cut to the intro. That was very fun.
Thanks.
You didn't see it.
No, I did not.
Do you remember in the beginning where I was like, what were the movies that I said wasn't good? I started with Wall-E.
And Wall-E.
So I said, Wall-E's not a very good movie. And then you guys were like, ah. And I was like, what else is not a good movie? Up. And you guys were like, ah. I was like, you want me to go 3 for 3? And then it cut to the intro. And I was like, hey, well done.
Got to keep the people guessing.
And guess what? It has 1 million views.
Yeah, if you're a bandwagon from the last episode, be sure to stick around.
This will only take a minute.
This will only take a minute, Major.
Is he on the spectrum?
I'm sorry, this will only take a minute.
It'll only take a minute, I promise.
Oh.
Is it a shock pen?
This will just take a minute. Police business.
Can you give us a minute?
This'll take a minute, Bruce.
Could you please just give me a minute?
You gave me a mini heart attack.
I know you gotta get to work. This will only take a couple minutes, please.
The subscribers keep going up little by little, and none from that episode. So I just don't know where they're coming from. But we appreciate it. Maybe the Instagram?
I forgot we even had that.
That's not true. You posted one yesterday.
I did?
Yeah.
I absolutely did not.
Yes, you did. I got the notification because I'm back on the gram.
I saw that. You posted like 3 pictures in an hour.
Yeah, because I figured if I'm going to... I'm not saying that.
If I'm going to get laid, I need an Instagram.
I had a picture with me.
I might. But I posted them all at the same time at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
You gave me a mini heart attack when I woke up that next day.
Why?
Because the one with your dad popped up first, and I was like,
Oh my God.
did something
The
happen?
first thing he does is, well, I better make an Instagram about it.
Yeah, that's
Wait, do you remember that? Can I say the story? I guess so.
I don't know
I
what the
think
story
really
is.
fast with me. The girl, we were talking about embarrassing moments. Oh, we were. And the one girl was like, it was in some writing class, and the girl said, her grandma had just died, and her first instinct was to go to Instagram and say like R.I.P. Grandma, and like none of her close relatives knew that she was dead, and found her Instagram.
My God.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
She wanted the clout, dude. Yeah, I hate that. I did that once, like a person that I knew that died in like sophomore year of high school, and I posted about it, and I wasn't close to them, but I had a picture of us
You
together.
posted the friggin' screenshot of the black box too.
No, but
Was it a white box?
yeah. I said this racism is blinding, and then no, but then I had people actually close to me die, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like it's too weird.
Did you notice anything about my 3 posts?
It was all family.
Now that'll get you laid.
I guess technically, but no, but that's not how I was going.
Oh.
It was in least to most favorite.
Captionless.
Oh, that's
I
your
can't.
thing?
It's not my thing, but I just can't do it. It
Oh.
just feels so self-indulgent to be like, my pops. It's like, you get it.
Well, it'd be different too. I think you were in an awkward position, not an awkward, but position like if you were just making an Instagram, you pick a random picture of your dad from not today, and then being like, my pops, like you said, like it'd be different if it was like just went on a bowling extravaganza with my father. He's taught me everything I know, but not everything that he knows.
But I think my thing is gonna just be posting pictures with people, like me and you, or me and you, or me and my dog. You know what I mean? That's
or all of us.
As opposed?
well, as opposed to just me like surfing, like catching waves in Hawaii. You know what I mean? Just like people that I enjoy being with. Like this is who I'm with today.
Yeah.
Just kind of that kind of thing.
I like that.
I understand when I said that you were just. It sounded like just Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a specific like. It's not gonna be like me and the Grinch being like. I stood in line for 6 hours. You know about that? The Universal thing.
No.
There's like a walk around Grinch, and you could wait in line for like 12 hours and meet him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's queer.
That sounds
Sorry?
fun.
Like queer, like weird. That behooves me.
I don't.
I don't know what that means. I know what
Are
queer
we
means.
cutting that or no?
No, I mean it like the word.
I have a gift for you.
All right.
Should I give it to him?
Gift.
Yeah. Should I give? Remember we discussed?
We discussed?
Yeah. Close your eyes.
Oh.
Is it a shock pen? Oh, all right.
I w-
Chick-fil-A sauce.
We did not discuss
Well,
this.
I was worried that I wouldn't have any good bits.
Well, that's one
You
for
were
the
right.
record books.
No, no. So then I grabbed that right before we started, and I thought it would be funny if I pretended I had a gift to give him, and I gave him Chick-fil-A sauce.
That's
And you know
hilarious.
what I said? You're one saucy guy.
Oh, now I like it
come
again.
Come on. Give me something. No.
Oh.
And cut to the intro.
Yeah.
Wait, can I petition that at some point in our podcasting career we don't cut to the intro until like halfway through the episode?
Sure.
You love that shit.
Oh, I love it. That's the best. Anyway,
Yeah, or we do the whole episode backwards.
what does that mean?
And we're like, no, you fucking end it! And then I do the stand-up, and then we scream
And
at
then
each other, and then...
cut with black and white of us doing it linear.
Oh, we memento it.
Don't say the name of the movie.
Inception? The actor?
When Tenet was coming out, everyone thought it was a sequel to Inception because the font was similar. No, just me.
Well,
Yeah.
Split and all that shit really did it.
Yeah.
Split and all that shit just did it.
Spit and all
Yeah,
that shit
dress
really
is
did
shitty.
it.
Am I?
Please stand up.
I don't think he wears,
Beanies.
or no, he wears beanies. He doesn't wear flannels.
I love
Yeah.
flannel.
Huh?
The
What's
well,
going on?
no, like the Instagram thing.
Oh, sure.
Caption wise,
No filter either. Sorry.
I really hate. Yeah, filters are queer. The no, I really hate.
Queer episode.
Yeah.
No. I'm making an executive order. No Muslims and no queer.
Just, yeah. Not
That was
because
a bad
you
time
want
for a bad Trump impression. Just sounded like you.
That's a bad time for a good.
It'd be funny. We want to say queer, and you're like, no, it sounds like you're like you want to be progressive. No, we're not going to make it the queer episode. It's just like, no, we're not letting any queer shit in this podcast.
Well, everyone heard of me say executive order, right? That's where I was going with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
banned all the Muslims.
I don't remember anyone saying Muslims. The
He banned them all.
No, but
oh yes,
Harrison didn't put it up.
right, yeah,
No,
that
that
was
was me.
your stream of consciousness there. Just
Wait,
to
let me try this again. Here you go.
You don't have to.
Okay.
But I hate Instagram captions when people like
You had me there.
try to come up with one. You can just tell they're trying to come up with one, and they
I can
Well,
give
yeah.
you an example of one of mine that I did that with.
Bye.
Huh?
Bye.
him.
What do you mean bye?
You don't remember? That's one of your captions.
Oh,
Bye?
Yeah. BYE.
but if that's it. That's not what I mean.
Oh,
But
if you want.
No, it's fine.
No, I had one caption. I was with Paul at the beach. We were on vacation.
Oh, the Hawaii thing.
Yeah, and I put a caption in Hawaiian. Because I was like, what the fuck am I
Well, no, that.
Oh,
no, that I don't.
I caught a lot of shit for that.
Oh, that's funny.
And rightfully so.
But what I meant, I hate, like, let's say you're in Hawaii and you were at a bar with a guy, with a friend, not a guy that you're in love with. You're at a bar with a guy or a lady, and like the bartender was like, yeah, like, I don't know, something happens where he like gives you the wrong change back, or you give him a tip and he doesn't grab it, and he goes, oh, that's my tip, whatever. Like your Instagram caption.
It's an inside joke.
If you make it an inside joke, yeah, like, yeah, in Hawaii, finally that waiter remembered his tip. And then you post it obviously because you want people to see it, but then you make a caption that you're like, this will be kind of quirky, but that was just my voice of an annoying guy. And but no one gets it. I hate the inside joke captions.
But do you know what's even worse? If you double down in the parentheses, say something like, and if you know, you know.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate being left out.
Or even worse is you go down to the comments and someone goes, oh, Steve the waiter, what a legend. Really, shut the hell.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Like weird, like high school trip you go on, and then it's like someone spills water on you. Yeah, and then a friend you're with. Yeah, like,
maybe not that.
Yeah, like still wet with me and my boy here. We're both wet.
Went to Disney World, still wet.
But yeah, I hate inside joke captions. There's also I had a Finsta in high school.
Exist?
Yeah.
Did you create Finsta? I'm sorry. This is like a weird thing. It's just...
If it wasn't private, I'd pull it up now, but I have to go on my computer to let you follow it. Because we go through it. Maybe we'll do that later. But the one, I was just rereading it because I haven't posted since COVID. And there was some pretty good hot takes on there. And Rodney's not paying attention. No, there was pretty good hot takes on there, such as, it's weird to me that Han Solo is frozen in carbonite, sticking halfway out of the block. Wouldn't it make, like, if this was like a well-oiled machine, they're freezing people in carbonite, wouldn't it make sense if he's just in the carbonite and you can't see him? Like, they stick him in this carbonite and he's halfway out of it.
Well, I think it's part of the artistic flair.
Well, I agree with that, like, in terms of the movie.
I love you.
But in reality, if there were people freezing people...
Whoever's freezing them, like, that's for them.
Oh, yeah, it's like a statue.
No, that is true. It was for Jabba.
I'm of two minds about this now. That's an excellent point.
Keeping a finger.
Yeah.
You know.
I had this finger up my.
Was that a Christopher Walken impression?
Mm-hmm. That it was, Rodney. And we'll post about this and go, Christopher Walken be like.
That's the title of the episode. Christopher Walken be like the episode.
Have you heard that? Wait, real quick before you get into it. Have you heard the joke? I think it was Carson on the Tonight Show that would do the joke of like you say the punchline and then the setup.
And then he opens up the envelope.
Yeah, I probably told you this. Then the answer was Christopher Walken. Gilbert Gottfried then says things you don't see in the Reeves household. Anyway, go on.
I forgot.
Oh shit.
You know my take that Star Wars is good because it's bad.
Yeah.
You've ever heard me say that?
It's
good. To me, it's like Russian Roulette, the franchise, where you're like, who?
Yeah, I'll enjoy it anyway.
I was thinking about that a lot recently, for obvious reasons. We watched The Last Jedi and blah, blah, blah. Besides the original trilogy, there can be an argument that every single movie since then has been bad.
Oh, I think there is an argument for that.
And that's... Like, I used to say that casually as a joke, but, like, the more I think about it,
more it's true.
The more they just don't really have a grasp on anything, which makes it fun.
And it's funny you say that because you love the last movie we watched.
Right, but I can make the acknowledgement that it's bad, and I know that I don't like Rise of Skywalker. I know people love Revenge of the Sith. I think it's garbage, but I also like it's just like I don't think they've really made a real movie since 1983.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like...
Even the TV shows, I'm like, what's happening?
This is something I'm pulling out of my ass. That's not poop. It's just coming up with it now. Maybe, like, 70s, 80s Star Wars, like, everybody liked that. But now this is, like, only the nerds can like it. Like, not that I...
people that watched it then, like our parents, for example, they're not going to go see the new Star Wars.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck this, our Star Wars is done.
Most people are like that.
And I get, and not like, oh, you're a nerd, but even like the, like whatever it was, the compass thing, like them throwing stuff like that in there.
It was literally me and my cousin like.
Is just, like, I hate that. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't know. I don't
Has
hate
nothing to do
it,
with
but
it.
it's just like that.
But he wouldn't even know it existed. Imagine hating something that you didn't even
Well,
know.
no, it's not like, oh, I hate that they put the compass in there. It's just like, is that what you're focused on? You should not, don't just focus on your audience that is already going to enjoy this. Like, focus on getting the douchebags back that like the original series. Because you know you're going to have the nerds already watching it.
Okay, well, first of all, the person who put that compass
Have
in...
a sex scene in it.
Well, you should watch Andor. The person who put that compass in was not Ryan Johnson. He's got no idea what that goddamn thing is.
Hey, I'm not a...
It was definitely just it was definitely like Filoni visited on the day and was like, hey, what if we put the compass here? It's in the video game. Ryan Johnson was like, sure, I don't care, cowboy, do whatever you want. I think the sequel trilogy was more mainstream and modern to get all the douchebags back, and then it backfired on them because everyone was like, actually, we like the prequels. And they were like, what? I thought you hated this shit.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't... It couldn't be $1 billion company if they didn't do the prequels and all that, but maybe it is just like... Then they make the prequels and they're like, we're going to show Anakin as a kid, and everyone from the 80s that grew up to be an asshole was just like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, it was cool to see Darth Vader. I don't give a shit about like, oh, it's a pod race scene.
Well, when there's this like thing that...
And I do like the pod race scene.
In Star Wars Twitter or whatever you want to call it, the zeitgeist of Star Wars, there's this hilarious bit that when the prequels came out, new parents then were saying, I'm going to show my kids the real Star Wars, 4, 5, and 6. And then when the sequels came out, those same people were saying, I'm going to show my kid the real Star Wars, episodes 1 through 6. It's like, okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Just wait till this Rey movie comes out. It's going to light the world on fire.
Oh, I forgot they were making a movie about Rey. Little Ray of Sunshine.
Rey? You guys remember that?
No.
Alec Guinness's voice in Force Awakens?
Oh, yes.
Rey? That's all I got. The end took him saying afraid.
Yeah.
Did you know that, really?
Yeah. They say it on Conan or something.
Jimmy Kimmel.
It's all the same to me.
It was very funny because Ewan McGregor also does a voice and he says, these are the first steps. And yeah, that doesn't come back up, does it? And
I don't know.
Jimmy Kimmel was like, how many people in the crowd have seen Ewan and show up in Force Awakens? Everyone was like, woo-hoo! And he's like, well, you're lying because he's not in the movie. He's like, his voice is in the movie. Anyway, can we talk about the real Star Wars? Yeah. I won't take too long. I won't take too long on this because there's literally nothing you can say.
And we could talk about this for 3 hours.
And I gladly would. I have a bunch of notes.
Set the people up at home.
But there are things you could talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is the black and white scene. Remember?
By the way, this is Dune 2.
Oh yeah, Dune 2. The black and white scene.
Yeah.
First of all, let's just give our quick takes. We last episode we talked about the hype.
Yeah.
Did it live up to the hype? It's okay if it did. Really?
I think so.
Like Lord of the Rings level chaos.
Well, we both agree on Lord of the Rings. We don't get it.
But we don't get that people love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it did live up to the hype.
Okay.
I have a couple problems after I've been thinking, but yeah, I like it.
Okay, so do you remember the black and white scene? Of course. There's a scene that's shot.
It's Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya.
That's not going to work considering what I'm about to say. So there's a scene, an entire sequence shot in black and white is beautiful. Psych, it's not black and white. It's an infrared camera.
Oh.
I heard that.
A thermal infrared camera to where you could see the veins in the people.
That's cool.
And when Denis Villeneuve said, all right, we're going to do this, the studio was like, this better work because you can't undo this in post. Like, you can undo black and white. But they shot with like an infrared model.
How can you undo black and white?
Color correction?
No.
Like, you shoot it, I think someone that isn't like Denis Villeneuve or Christopher Nolan, and we'll get to why I'm lumping those two in a second. I think a lot of people would just shoot it in color.
Okay.
Black and white.
And you're saying like the studio's saying you could shoot this in color and add a thermal filter. You cannot undo it if you shoot in a thermal camera.
Right, but they shot with a thermal camera anyway. And that now that I think about it, that makes way more sense. Because there was it wasn't black and white. There was something different. Okay.
But that's real quick. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
That is funny because like they would. Because they would never say that about like a normal camera. They would say, hey, if anything fucks up, just go fix it in post. It's like, well, you can't fix a thermal camera in post. And you go, why not? Like, we can literally make the Hulk smasher. We can make all of Avengers basically CGI. But you can't fix the veins on a thermal camera? What? Yes, you can.
I'm just going off of what the guy said. I don't know.
No, I just disagree.
I think you're just wrong in that regard, but okay. Anyway.
Maybe they're looking out for the editors.
Timothy Chalamet. Remember what I said before we walked in?
You don't get that.
I said I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Wonka. He's our Wonka.
Yeah. I'm going to show my kids the real Wonka. Johnny Depp and Gene Wilder.
Wait, by the way, did you hear he's coming back in Pirates 6?
Let's go.
Disney was like, actually, we like you again.
And he goes, you cannot give me any amount of money. Didn't he say that?
He literally said he'd never work for Disney again, but they're like begging, they're on their hands and knees. Sorry, the Margot one's not happening. Unless they do it together.
R. Is it rated R?
I didn't understand Timothée Chalamet until this movie. He's unbelievable.
Oh.
He's not to be believed. To the point where, and I'm not saying that he's not going to be able to play anything again, and I'm not going to be like, wait, that's not Timothée Chalamet, that's Paul Atreides. But when he dies, I think the first thing people are going to say is, that's Paul Atreides. You know, like, I think he's found this is his character.
That's the gay guy from Call Me by Your Name.
Right, exactly. Which is a good movie, I guess I've never seen it.
Never. I would never watch it.
Isn't Armie Hammer like a cannibal?
Yeah.
Anyway.
As they say.
And there was 2 of them. That was horrifying.
Let's get this freaking nerd.
Wait, can you say that again, but say the F word, but then in post put friggin'? Like they did in the show?
Let's get this freaking nerd.
And then you put friggin'. I just think he's found his, this is what, if he never makes another movie again, if he gets James Deaned, for lack of a better term, this will go on, like he
murdered.
He's Paul Atreides. Yeah. That's fun. Yeah. This is all coming to a conclusion as to why I think.
Don't worry, I got chime-ins for everyone. The thing I don't like about Timothée Chalamet
you can chime in too, because I guess you've seen the movie.
Is like from Don't Look Up. I didn't like the interviews after with like what's her face Jennifer Lawrence, or I'm paraphrasing here, but his improv is off the charts. Of like, is it really? There's a scene of him just like going, I freaking love pickles or whatever the hell he's talking. What's he talking about in that scene? Yeah, whatever. Those tiny potatoes.
Part of that movie, though.
Not that he's bad, but then to like praise him after the same way I feel about this is a stretch. But
so
like,
you don't. By the way, you don't hate him.
No, I don't.
What people say about him.
Yeah, like same with. But I do hate Jared Leto. I'm about to go there. Like this is an analogy. It's a stretch, but
I can't believe he's not in Dune.
Like Jared Leto after Suicide Squad, and then being like
condoms or whatever.
Oh yeah, like he mailed his condoms. He was so into character. It's like, no, he's just a prick.
Yeah.
Like he just mailed you a condom to be like, oh, Heath Ledger really locked himself in a hotel room for 3 months. He got really into character. I'm gonna be an asshole to everybody. Like I hate method acting. What's his name? Freaking There Will Be Blood.
Oh.
He does it well in that he doesn't bother anybody. He just is a good actor. Like you don't have to piss people off just to be like, well, the character's an asshole. I really felt like Andy Kaufman was inside me, Jim Carrey, whatever. Like who was? Oh, Bradley Cooper. Did you see the interview with Bradley Cooper? Yeah, talking to the children of the guy he's playing and going, yeah, I just thought he was with me the entire time. And it's just like, these are his kids. Their father's dead. You've never met him, and you're gonna talk about like he was just with me. Like. I get the sentiment of like I've watched everything about him. I channeled his aura, but then to commit so much to talk to his kids and be like, he was there. Your dad's still alive. It's just like what?
Let me ask you this: did you ever see King Richard, the
No.
Will Smith movie? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It was good.
Wait,
the tennis movie.
Yeah.
There's a behind the scenes scene of the Williams sisters walking on the set, and he's like in character, and he like pretends to be their dad for a minute, and then he drops it. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. He's like, hey,
I like
girls,
that.
how's it going? Oh, that's fun.
Like that's yeah. See that's okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's method acting. If you're nice to everybody, that's nice. But
then he slaps someone.
But what's the? Oh, I think
he was still in character.
I don't know. Like I'm of two minds, as I say. I am with everything. Like Stand By Me. I'm pretty sure you've never seen. Have you seen it?
We've seen it.
The bully in Stand By Me, I'm pretty sure like didn't talk to any of the kids in the movie. Where it's like that's a little different.
That's what Cillian Murphy did.
Especially like with kids, where they're actors, like it might be harder for them to turn it off. Like, oh, you're mean to me now. It's like, yeah, just leave them alone. I don't know. Like, I could sit down and really think about it.
With Timothée Chalamet hype, it's like, what are people really pointing to give him that hype? Yeah, I didn't watch, like, I gave up on his, like, King Arthur movie or whatever.
Well, that was a bad movie, apparently.
Well, yeah, that was, like,
King Richard.
the first thing that popped into my head. But
well,
don't get it.
he got nominated for an Oscar at, like, 19 for Call Me By Your Name, and people were like, who the hell is this kid? And then, boom, he was in, like, what's that? Lady Bird.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in Interstellar for, like, a second. He plays,
He's
Casey Affleck.
Yeah.
But I saw people comparing, and I'd never seen The Departed, but I saw people comparing this to The Departed in terms of this is when people were like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio isn't just like a pretty face.
Yeah.
He's got something. And I could see where, like, because I saw people say, like I didn't experience this because I haven't I didn't grow up when Leo was
Yeah.
hitting, bang, bang, bang. But people said that he just screamed and everything. Like he was just a whiny little brat. And then the part
Because what was it?
changed everything.
It was Titanic and like Romeo and Juliet.
Right, and
I
Two
guess.
Were Great,
What's the other one
Aviator,
where? No, the
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, and he. And
What did
now
you,
you
wait,
see
what
me.
did you? Oh no.
Now you see me. Now you caught me. But anyway, so I want to see now if he will do Wonka 2 after this.
Or Inception.
Timothy Chalamet, Inception 2.
Yeah.
I have. Here's the next thing in my notes. Would this have been Oppenheimer? And then 5 minutes later, I said, yeah. It would have, if this is supposed to come out in November, this would have won Best Picture. 100%. Yep. It would have been Oppenheimer. And I think the only reason it might not win this year is because it came out in March.
Right.
You have to wait a whole calendar year because the Oscars are this Sunday.
Did the movie just...
Oh, shit.
Oh.
The Oscars are this Sunday.
Oh, we said we were going to live stream.
Probably won't. You guys are going to be on way too late, but it's fine. Starts at 5. You guys going to be home at 5 on Sunday?
6:30.
Oh, your friends.
And my friends will be here.
Yeah, well, I guess.
We can do it. They like to sit.
I'm afraid the channel's going to get deleted.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
We'll make a burner.
Compare this to Oppenheimer.
It's gone.
No, but I'm asking you now.
What?
Would this have been Oppenheimer if it came out?
Oh, you just reminded me.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Oh yes.
I think it would have been that.
Well, didn't a movie win? There was a movie like a year or two ago that came out in March that won.
Well, Everything Everywhere All at Once came out in April.
Oh yeah. So like there have been some precedent for it.
No, yeah, I think it still has a good chance. It's hard for me to say because I haven't seen any other movie. Like it's March. Yeah. But I'm saying the only reason it might not win is because it came out so early.
Yeah, but it could be. It could be fun, like.
But wait, real fast. Do you think it's better than Oppenheimer?
Ow.
I definitely enjoy it more than Oppenheimer.
Wow, can you believe you're saying
I was never as high on Oppenheimer as you guys were.
Didn't he literally say it was an instant classic on like the second podcast episode ever?
That's true. Right. Play the tape.
Huh? When we did our rankings.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that's what you said.
I loved it when
to be fair,
but then I rewatched it and I was like, oh, this is... I wasn't like, oh.
You went from instant classic to
What was I saying?
Like, oh, this is just a little boring in the beginning.
I know. Well, that's it. You've rewatched it. I haven't because I'm like I don't think I could sit and watch that
It was just
like by myself.
And I love rewatchable movies. I could probably watch Dune 2 1,000 times.
I don't
Dune
know.
2 or 3.
Let's wait and see. You might have thought about that about Oppenheimer.
It's just more entertaining though. It's a war movie.
Some people still think it's boring.
No way.
Some people are saying that.
But perhaps the Oscar, because I don't like, and it's not that you're saying this, like the idea that if a movie comes out in March, it's not going to be fit for the Oscars. It's just like, well, it is the calendar year, is what they're supposed to be interpreting. Mm-hmm. So screw them if they're just like, well, it came out in December.
Well, the Oscar, I mean,
it was supposed to come out
in November, but also the Oscars is a private organization where they just make up their own rules and do whatever they want.
Yeah,
like,
which is
it's
dumb.
nonsense.
It's like the Federal Reserve.
By the way, Dune. If you really think about it, a lot of gold. Dune, the first one, won every technical category it was nominated for. It just didn't win any like screenplay or best picture. Or whatever.
But well, real quick, like I like maybe what they'll do though is go, and they could do this with any movie that comes out in March. Is go, we have something to put every movie that follows this against, and say like, well, is Wonka 2 better than what's it called, Dune 2? Like, no.
Wonka 2 Electric Boogaloo. Okay, speaking of boring. People use the term slow burn. It's a slow burn, right? I would say the first Dune is a slow burn, and then it picks up, and then it kind of it ends, right? There's no like crescendo.
Yeah.
I came up with this. This one is a slow burn, and then by the end of the movie, you're on fire. You are burnt to a crisp. You're dead, and there's no coming back from it.
Like that Air Force guy.
Huh?
He lit himself on fire in the name of Palestine.
Oh, that's not where I was going with that. But it's this. I do think it's similar. Until you're like, okay, all right, okay, holy shit, and then the movie's over.
Yeah.
Dune Messiah. Ever heard of it?
No.
It's the third. No, it's the second book because this was.
Oh yeah, they're books.
The first one. Dune Part 1 and Part 2 is one book. Dune Messiah, Denis Villeneuve is already writing. Takes place 12 years after this one.
Good.
That's devastating news.
Good.
To someone like
No,
me.
because I was going to talk about this a little bit later.
It's devastating.
Well,
I can't believe that.
And I don't.
The way this movie ends, I cannot believe we're gonna go 12 years into the future.
It's what's the director's name?
Denis Villeneuve.
It's that guy's fault. Because
why is it his fault?
I'll explain.
Is that the author's fault?
No.
Okay.
Because, and I'm not going to go into specifics.
Oh, I see what you're.
But he didn't do a time jump in this movie.
Right. Which you couldn't have the way the first one ended. I don't think. No.
Because there was a little one. They could have just made that.
Oh.
What it could have been. It should have been 2 years. But if you did the time jump in this movie, then you could just pick up. But in order to sync everything up character-wise and everything they set up, you need a time jump.
But I do think, and this is where we're gonna get into spoilers, and I won't. But I do think there's something that happens. I know what you're talking about, a character that needs to be a certain age.
Yeah.
I think what happens to that character, they're gonna take some liberties and say that the aging process is faster because of what happens.
Well, maybe. I mean, 12 years would make sense.
Because that person was supposed to be in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
so they
don't look.
For the folks at home, well, say it on mic for the folks at home. I mean, I have to listen to it later.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah, that's
You can say it on the mic. I mean, if people are watching this episode because they want Dune 2 stuff, then they know what you're talking about. So don't hold back for me.
Forget it.
We'll watch it, and then next week we'll talk.
But by the way, I say it's devastating, but like, that's very exciting to get the recap of everything that's happened.
Well, and by the way, did they say it starts right away? Because I feel like there could be a scene where it starts where it takes place right after.
I think you're gonna get a similar, like, you know how somebody in the beginning of this one was recapping the events of the first. I think you're just gonna get that again. It's been
like the beginning of Shrek.
It's been 12 years and Wonka has taken over the chocolate business. I can't say this one because it's the thing I said yesterday about mirroring shots. But I can't say anything because.
Hey, I'm not listening. Like I said,
Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't come up with this. I saw it on the review. Lord of the Rings is peak fantasy. When you make a fantasy movie, people go, "Well, it's not Lord of the Rings, but it's fine, I guess." Right? Infinity War or Avengers Endgame is peak comic book movie. It's like, well, it's not the portal scene from Endgame. Yeah. I think Dune 2 is peak sci-fi. Like, I think this is now.
Sci-fi.
Miss American Pie. This would be the day that it's sci-fi. I think this is now the bar where anytime there's going to be, and it's real. Like, I know we're saying like Star Wars is baby Dune. That's not fair because like ultimately, Star Wars it's for kids. It's for 6-year-olds. I'm not supposed to say that. It is for kids. Like, you cannot make a they will not make a Star Wars movie that's serious like this. So it's not really fair to be like, step aside, Star Wars. However,
it's just way better than everyone.
It is now the litmus test. Like, it has ruined
interesting
sci-fi fantasy movies for people. Hope this isn't going to overhype it for you.
No, I have no expectations.
I have this in my notes. This changed the game. Now you have to try. If you want to make a space movie, you have to try now. They try now.
Son of a bitch.
That's a Rise of Skywalker reference.
It's still crazy we're calling this a space movie.
Gonna try.
I just mean like sci-fi fantasy. I'm just using it loosely.
But like,
there was some space scenes, kind of.
Kevin Space scene.
That's right. That was a crazy cameo. He showed up as his House of Cards character. It was very strange. Do you know what the runtime of the movie was? Like, really guess. Don't like try to think of what it actually.
Don't think. Just guess.
Well, I thought people said
don't
it was,
think about it.
Well, no, because I already knew what people said it was.
Mm-hmm.
I thought people said it was 2:30.
It's 3 hours long.
That was 3 hours.
That was a 3-hour movie. I didn't know it when I saw it.
Yeah, me.
I had no clue. I thought it was like 2:30.
Yeah. It
was 3 hours long. Does that blow your mind?
That does. Because there was a part during the movie where I was like, oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom. But I was like, oh, we're probably halfway through. I can make it another half. And then it was like the start of the second half.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, oh.
Like Wolf of Wall Street. Now this, real quick, to chime in as I, limitly can. It is annoying to hear people constantly just be like, "Yo, because of TikTok, people just have such short attention spans. No one's reading." Right. First of all, no one's reading because books suck. That's why no one's reading. Because there are movies. Yeah, the books, which I was just reminded. But like, oh, there's attention spans are so short. If it's a corporate thing to be like, make this movie shorter, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, no, they're not. People would be willing to sit down and watch Dune 2 for 3 hours if it's a good movie. People if you can grasp that attention, maybe it is a short attention span thing. But
used to think that until like
We did commentaries.
podcasts just blew up.
yeah, like I'll sit down and listen to a 3-hour interview on Joe Rogan.
But you're not focusing on that as much as you're focusing on a movie. Like you're not doing other things when
Well,
watching
no,
a
but people
movie.
use the same argument.
Yeah. Anyway, but don't you want movies under 2 hours now since we're doing commentaries?
I love an under 2 hour movie, absolutely. But when they don't feel like they're 3, then it's like there's no problem.
I asked you this because I asked you this after we were done recording. I think you went upstairs. That movie to me last year, I wasn't like, God, this movie's still going on.
Yeah, it didn't drag.
Like that,
I
but
didn't feel like that.
I thought it was a fast 220. It was like boom, boom,
No,
boom.
it was.
Which maybe is an issue. Yeah, that was a 3-hour long movie. Denis Villeneuve, he's absolutely the next Christopher Nolan. I haven't seen Sicario, but apparently it's the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah, I want to watch that.
Prisoners is unbelievable. You have seen it, but we'll watch it again.
Well, people always talk about Blade Runner too.
Blade Runner 2049. Arrival is one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's
Fucking
one of my
love
top 10
that
movies
movie.
of the last decade.
Yeah, I gotta watch
And
it.
then Dune Part 1 and Part 2. That's his filmography.
And Sicario too.
No, he didn't do the second one.
Oh.
God, no.
Okay.
But
It's funny.
he's the guy.
He's compared with Nolan, but he's almost like the opposite of Nolan in the way that they do their sound.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in the way that he actually treats his female characters with respect.
You know what?
Slap him around and kill them.
You know who came and went? Speaking of big directors,
M. Night Shyamalan?
no, the guy that I don't know his name because it's something weird.
Explain
The Revenant, and then the next year
Inarritu?
did Birdman.
I think he just really picks and chooses.
Well,
He's got a new movie coming out. You know who the lead is? Tom Cruise.
What's his name?
In Alejandro G. Inarritu. Let's
I did hear that.
let's
yeah,
pull up this.
the Revenant's great. Are you recording?
I don't think I ever saw that.
I mean, how do I even begin to spell this?
Just look up Revenant.
The Revenant, yeah. Are you recording?
Yeah. You can't see the little red thing?
Yeah, but I don't know what that means. For the folks at home, we're typing.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't even.
I get him and Alfonso Cuarón. I'm being serious. That's not.
Oh, I was laughing at Silas. I didn't even think about what you said.
Wait, did you see when he won Best Picture for this? Sean Penn, when he announced it?
No.
I'll pull that up. It's very funny. Okay.
We're talking about Alejandro G.
Yeah, he really does take his time.
And good for him for picking and choosing, but obviously he did. Oh, Birdman came out first.
I don't know if I've seen any of these.
He did
Well,
Birdman.
this is a short. This is a video. Like
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So he did Birdman. Wow.
And Birdman and The Revenant are both great.
So, but this guy just really picks and chooses.
Maybe he got blacklisted.
No, he's doing a Tom Cruise movie.
Oh yeah.
September 11.
I have a short attention span. That came out before 2001. No,
What?
it did
No,
not. It did not. But like, came out in 2002 though. That's still a little rich. Like, what the hell is this about? All right, we're looking up the Oscars nomination
It's just
for.
funny that what Sean Penn says in this. I hope they don't skip this. Makes me so mad.
In the end, it's about the movies themselves.
I mean, he clearly is happy to be there. Oh, this be Whiplash, by the way. Anyway, this is very funny what he said.
And the Oscar goes to...
Oh jeez.
What?
Who gave this son of a bitch his green card? Birdman!
That's the first Oscars I ever watched, and I was like, "Oh, this is hilarious."
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, sorry.
Hot dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you said that thing you hate, or that wasn't Inception. That was just something inside of something.
Oh.
Something. That's not Inception.
That's probably the third video that one.
The Shape of Water was Best Picture.
Oof.
We love that movie.
Yeah, the new James Cameron.
Remember, like 5 minutes in, she's like masturbating in the tub, and Michael looks at us, and he's like, "What have we watched?"
That is so weird.
Well, I didn't want to say
I
calf.
know, but it's
Yeah. Anyway.
no, that movie is awesome. Go ahead.
I mean, it's definitely a movie. Good for
The Shape of Water?
Yeah.
That's one of the most memorable movies I think I've ever seen.
Well, that's a movie pass movie.
Well, I saw it like years after. Well, like
Have you seen it?
a couple years after it came out.
It's in theaters.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I saw it for freshman year film class, and I just heard everything like Ben Shapiro back when I was a Republican. They were like, "Can you believe The Shape of Water won Best Picture?" And it was just like, "Oh, this is probably a piece of shit then." And then I had to watch it for class, and I went into it being like, "Oh, I have to watch that Shape of Water movie for all the art, freaking
Guillermo del Toro. He's not like an asshole.
artsy fartsy people." Well, yeah, I didn't know anything about him though, other than he was a cameo in It's Always Sunny. But no, I watched it and I was like, "No, this movie's freaking awesome."
It's a good movie. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I just love.
It's just so weird.
I don't know who it's really for.
Michael Shannon at the end though, I think I've said this before, but I tried to find the clip and I can't. There's a scene where he finds the girl after she tries to like throw him in the river or whatever in the end of the movie, and he goes, "If it isn't Dr. fucking Shitpot." I just remember thinking how funny that line is. I was like, this movie is freaking awesome. She gives him hard-boiled eggs. That was a great film.
That movie just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was like, this is
I
great.
have no memory of. He gives him hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I
Anyway.
remember the bathtub scene.
Yeah, and I remember the scene where Michael Shannon, like, he's like attracted to her because she doesn't speak.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
What a weirdo.
Okay, back to Dune Messiah. It has me absolutely terrified because I can't help it. I am learning stuff about it. The 12 years later thing scares me.
Well, I feel like. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You don't go ahead.
How are you going to make Timothée Chalamet look 12 years older?
Well, part of the
He
reason.
looks like he's 12 right now.
Well, I mean, you could just. Well, somebody.
Give him a beard.
Somebody suggested, and I think it's insane.
Recast?
All new cast. I think that's crazy.
Interesting.
Somebody's.
Can't.
You could just do makeup. They could find a way.
No, I know, but like to make it look.
Or what if they pull an Avatar and wait 10 years?
Literally wait
What
the
if
whole
they
time.
wait 10 years to make Dune Messiah?
Fuck no.
Oh my god. That's what's scary. Also, I've heard there's absolutely no action in Dune Messiah.
Well, yeah, that's what I heard.
It's all political
It's
intrigue.
him being depressed as hell.
So, like someone said, if this is Star Wars, Dune 1 and 2, Dune Messiah is Succession. And good luck selling that to like a mass audience.
Yeah, no one likes Succession. Yeah.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's not. It's a TV show. And it's a great TV show. But if you watch Dune 1 and 2 and you have no idea what Dune Messiah is and you go in expecting more of Dune 1 and 2 and you get people talking for 2 hours, that might piss people off.
Well, but Dune 2 is the only war movie.
Yeah, but they both are action heavy.
But I don't think there's a ton of people like
Not action heavy.
I don't
There's a
think
huge action sequence.
I agree. There's
But-
a cool action scene.
the audience that is going to see Dune and Dune 2 are not like bros that are like, we're going to go see Die Hard.
Not after
People are
this
just
one.
in at this point.
Yeah, not after this
Like, I
one.
think people are just going to watch it regardless.
Yeah.
Well, not like
No, I know. I'm not saying that they're not. It's not going to be a hard sell to get people in the theater, but I'm worried that it's not going to be well received.
I guess I'm
People
saying
are
like
"Oh, what was that?"
the people
Big changes on this book.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna do his own thing. I'm ready for it.
the people that saw Dune and Dune 2 have the open mind. Like it'd be different if it was, hey, we're going to make Die Hard and Die Hard 2 is going to be all about him being
Dr.
depressed.
Who's gonna be on a plane?
That movie sucked. That movie actually did suck, so maybe it's not a good example. But no, like
That Christmas flick.
yeah. It had snow in it.
That was literally. You were like, it says ho ho ho.
Next point, please. I'm
The last
embarrassed.
thing I have to say here is I don't like what this movie made me think about myself. I don't like. It's spoiler territory, but you know, sacrifices that need to be made for the greater good. I didn't like the feeling I didn't like the feeling I had leaving the movie, thinking about if I was in certain situations, what I would have done, and what these characters did. And now, I know, listen.
I can't wait to talk spoilers.
Listen, I know it's not real. It's a movie. It's a film. But I love movies.
It's a book.
Yeah.
So in my mind, where the characters are right now leaves you feeling a certain way, good or bad. And that feeling has not left my bones.
Yeah.
And I sent you a meme, a Succession meme. I don't know if you looked at it because you never answered my text.
That's not true.
It's fine. You can't pull it up now because he'll know what the scene is.
Ah!
But it's a scene of somebody, and it says me walking out of Dune 2, and it's just a scene from Succession. But that's all I have to say. I think it's phenomenal. I think
You
it's,
can talk about Zendaya once.
I don't want to spoil anything.
You didn't spoil anything when you
That tennis movie comes out in like a month.
Oh yeah. There you go.
This guy's obsessed. He's said that every
You
company.
can't say that, dude. I'm gonna cancel.
You've been talking about that movie every company.
What?
I'm excited. It looks like a good
Oh
film.
yeah.
Looks like a good movie.
If you're a fucking horny bastard.
Does it look like a good film? Tennis?
King Richard.
I couldn't tell you. Like, what is that movie about? They don't care. Who cares? Who even cares? She's gonna have 2 movies in back-to-back
Did
months.
you guys see the interview with Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya after? Like, you know, with the red background, whatever it was.
I don't know.
They were talking about the. Wait, you saw the first one or not?
No.
Next question.
But feel free to say whatever. I don't.
No.
Because I'll
You gonna watch it tonight?
either tonight or tomorrow
It's
morning.
really not a big spoiler. It's pretty self-intuitive, but I don't want to go into it.
I don't know what that means. Self-intuitive.
I'm not self-intuitive enough to know.
But
No, I don't know. You can say it because I'll watch it tomorrow and I'll just plug my ears. I'll watch the movie tonight or tomorrow.
Got it. It's done.
You're good now.
What?
That didn't happen in the first one.
Yeah, I'm saying this one.
Oh, the second.
But like it kind of, like it's set up.
Uh-huh. Well, actually, it did. Well, yeah, got it.
They were talking about how, like, when they asked her about it, Zendaya was like, "Oh, it was so weird, whatever. Like, we're such good friends." And you can just see on Timothy Chalamet's face, like,
Oh yeah.
"Yeah, we're just such good friends."
Yeah. It's tough.
It's like every single interview like that is like that. It's so funny.
It's tough. All right, I think you're good.
It was tough.
You heard everything.
No.
He is gonna. Don't edit this until Wednesday.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I can't say anything about that because it relates to whatever. Okay. Should we watch Moonlight win Best Picture or no? Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture. Sorry. I hope that happens. I was gonna talk about the Oscars. There's no point. Oppenheimer's gonna win everything. Who even cares?
Check it out.
I'm saying that like I hate it. I love it. Finally,
The Oscars come out in 2 days, folks. Sit down.
Oh yeah, because it's Friday. It's Friday. Wait.
Yeah.
I discovered something. The Jazz won.
So that's the end of Dune 2.
Jordan Clarkson.
Dun dun. The Dune 2.
Dune 2 Electric Boogaloo. I already made that joke. Okay, no. The last thing I want to say about it. Is it the best movie ever made? Yeah, no. Is it the best movie ever made? Like, it's impossible to say. I was telling Silas this. As good as it is, if it doesn't have a crazy box office run, it will never be known as like one of these blah blah blahs. Because when I saw Top Gun Maverick for the first time,
How did it do?
it did very good. The opening weekend was like
Very well.
85 million domestic, 180 total. If it reaches like 7, 8, 900 million, it'll be around forever. But I bring up Top Gun Maverick because when I saw that movie, I told you this up in the car. I said my reaction to that was that had no business being as good as it was. It wasn't until it made $1 billion and I was like, oh, wait a second. It's not just better than it should have been. It's one of the better movies I've seen in a long time. So, and I'm not saying that money correlates to whatever. Edge of Tomorrow didn't make any money, and I think that's an amazing movie. I don't know why I love you, Tom Cruise. If you watch it, take a break from Alejandro's movie. Call us. And
Come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show. I love movies, popcorn, movies. But my point is, I think for it to just be in the zeitgeist, to be talked about for the next 15,
You like that word today?
15 years, it either has to win Best Picture.
It's a Yiddish word.
Is it?
Yeah. Zeitgeist.
Shout out to the Air Force pilot.
Well, he probably didn't like that.
He didn't hear it. It either has to win Best Picture or make $1 billion. I think it's got a better chance of winning Best Picture because as good as it is, it's not exactly like a family film. You can't bring like a family of 6 to this film if they're not over a certain age or something. So, Austin Butler's horrifying. Did you know he was in the movie?
No.
Yeah, he's horrifying.
Oh, good.
One of the better villains I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, no, he's sick.
Yeah. Well, he's not sick. He's not.
He's like cool sick.
Yeah, he's cool sick. He's not
like a skateboarder.
He's not ill.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Ill is cool too.
Yeah.
So he doesn't look like Timothy Chalamet.
No, he sounds like. Well, I don't want to say any
Elvis.
cast members because no, he does not. Imagine he walks in the frame. He's like, "How you doing there, Timmy?" He calls him Timmy. The cut. His name's Paul. Actually. By the way, they all have insane names, and we got Paul. Hi, I'm Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul.
We're gonna pull up AI. Hi, I'm Paul in Dune.
Oh, that'd be fun. I love Jimmy Neutron.
Anyway, that's it. I am putting a button on Dune 2.
That's the Dune 2 segment.
Part 2. Check out my review. It's on a review, actually. Shout out to Chris Stuckman.
You don't review bad movies.
Oh, can I tell you what I came up with, though? For my
Okay.
review. Huh?
Okay.
I think I'm gay, and I was like, really? Again? Like, we just did. Yeah. Is Birdman one take?
Yeah,
That's fun.
basically.
It's a simulated one take.
Yeah.
You ever see Tarantino's stupid take on 1917?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Well, no, but I know what I have a guess. God. Great show. It's just me stuttering. I feel like the idiot from Rise of Skywalker.
Oops. 1917.
It's for the folks at home.
Wait, hold on. I need to just say real fast. I don't want to review movies. He's not gonna like this. The second I thought about saying the title of it, he's gonna pretend to like it, but then go upstairs and be like, "What a douche."
Me?
I was gonna call my Dune review or whatever. I wasn't gonna review it. I was just gonna say like why it's significant. So the title of the video is Dune Part II: Why It Matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, that could just be what every video is called, like Madam Web: Why It Matters. And the idea would be like, well, why does Madam Web matter? Like, what's the point of that? It matters because Sony needs to stop making these movies, and that's what I go into is blah blah blah. So I'm like, oh, that's clever. Anyway, that's it.
Okay. And you think I'd think you're a douche?
1917. First of all, now I don't know if it could even be nominated for Best Picture because they have these rules about.
And they came out the same year as Once Upon a Time. So does this play into it?
Fortunately for people of color, they did not
lose,
able to get into World War I, which is a shame. A great time.
But I don't know exactly when he says this, so I need to skip around.
Do the transcript thing.
Oh, no.
Judd Apatow, hello.
Oh, okay. Well. No, you don't have to change your opinion.
You need to stop cutting that anyway.
I don't agree that way.
Do the transcript thing.
Where I'm coming from, where 1917
Oh, here we go.
would be truly, truly impressive, is if they did the movie with 6 cuts and that's it. Alright, no, not 7-minute cuts, and another 8 minutes, and then another 7 minutes, and another 6 minutes, and then invisible.
What's always my question? How?
It's all
just the link.
Well, no, they're all connected. Okay,
But there's no.
Did you hear Apatow, by the way? He goes, they're all invisible cuts.
How could something have no moment where I go, oh, I see where they cut here?
No. Look, they
Because you don't make movies, Bill. You're just a normal person who wouldn't see a hidden cut.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's the trick?
Look, no. They do a very good job of that. Look, I can.
But that's also the fun part of watching the movie.
The big lead cuts are. I can tell if I'm paying attention. I can tell where half of the big. And of course, I'm watching the movie, so I'm paying attention. Well, because it's like, oh, a big flash happens, a big bomb happens.
That happens once, and then one there's one where I feel like the director.
He's
I'm not saying they do a bad job of that.
No, I feel like there's one cut, which.
No, there actually is one cut in the movie.
Like when he, yeah.
Like the bomb goes off and it cuts to black.
Yeah.
Because he walks into a building, a bomb goes off,
Yeah.
the screen goes totally black.
All right. We just said that.
I feel like
It definitely doesn't go totally black for 10
I feel like
seconds.
he's saying to the audience, just notice, for the first hour of this movie,
Great point.
you didn't see a cut, and now I'm giving you 10 seconds
That's a great
to think
point.
about what a cut is.
Yeah.
And now we do the rest of the movie, which is even more complicated, without looking like a
No,
cut.
that's actually not.
This isn't done.
No, that's not a wrong dissertation on what he.
No.
What he
No.
was
Such
doing.
That's the word you went with?
Similar from what.
And that's why I feel like I can't make movies.
It's not committed to doing the long takes.
But you clearly don't need to be a douchebag like that.
Well, look at Judd Apatow.
And it's the most
Yeah.
impactful moment in
There's
love.
so much less happening. They're in an apartment.
All right, but anyway, you get the point.
So he's saying.
He's saying the movie should have been 6 cuts, not 16.
Yeah, but as a director, what the fuck do you think?
Are you doing a Quentin Tarantino impression?
Uh,
I thought it was Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah.
It is just weird, like from a directing standpoint. Maybe it is because he went, against it with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
They both lost.
You of all people should know
To Parasite.
how difficult that would be to pull
But
off.
he's pretending like it's easy.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Why is Judd Apatow there? He's
For
like,
some levity.
I was in, what's that called? The
Knocked
Disaster
Up.
Artist.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta watch that. We gotta watch that. Anyway.
He's a great director.
You have such a bad take about 1917.
Me?
Yeah. You hate when Benedict Cumberbatch has
Oh, yeah.
the cameo.
Yeah.
I love that. By the way, you know the cameo in Dune 2? The cameo that we didn't know about?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I love that. You didn't like that. I guess it's different because
didn't-
for like the whole movie there's a bunch of unknowns.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah, you buy into 1917 because it's nobody you know. But Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, whatever, Skarsgård may or not be in it.
Yeah, sorry.
Like that sort of thing I can buy into a cameo. It's Judd Apatow's in The Disaster Artist, but if it's a bunch of actors that you don't know and then it's Benedict Cumberbatch, you're like, oh fuck, it's a movie. Especially with no cuts.
I never think that.
But you know what my rebuttal to that is? Don't you know it's a movie when you look around and you're in a movie theater?
Yeah, but I don't look around when I'm in the movie theater.
But you can't like see in your peripheral vision like the guy like sweeping in the corner.
Yeah, they do that during the movie.
Or you're eating popcorn. It's like you're not in the war.
Well, so you're saying that when you watch movies, you don't sit and go, "Oh, I'm in this." You're watching it.
But even that is like you're acknowledging that there is something happening. Like I get what you're saying, but you know it's a movie, right?
Yeah, if you tap me on the shoulder and go, "This is a movie," I go, I'm not going to go, "Huh?" I'm not going to do the old Tiger Woods.
I understand your point. I just like those moments where I'm like, "Oh, hey, I didn't know he was in this." I think that's fun.
Well, yeah, my point was, whenever I'm watching a movie like that with a bunch of unknowns, I'm not sitting there thinking, "Oh, this is a movie full of unknowns." So then, if I see someone, I'm not like, "Oh shit, what are you doing?"
Well, I don't think he's saying he even thinks that either. I think he's just like so immersed because he doesn't recognize anyone that you're like, "Oh my god, I'm watching World War One," and then Benedict Cumberbatch shows up and you're like, "Oh, I'm watching a movie."
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's just that.
Well, he never watched Game of Thrones, so he never knew. I don't know the one Lannister kid. What's that kid's name? The nice one. He's in that movie. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the war people.
Oh.
Anyway.
Good movie.
It
Good
is a good
film.
movie.
But yeah, it is stupid to just say like, there should be no hidden cuts. If that's what he's saying, it is like, yeah, well, how would you do it, Quentin? Let me guess. You do exactly what you did in Pulp Fiction with what you did in Reservoir Dogs, which is tell it out of order, and that's your thing now. Like you did that back to back with 2 movies.
I think.
And then say the N-word in a cameo.
Whoa.
That's what he did, not me.
Dead N-word storage.
Yeah.
Was
I know how good my coffee is, okay? I'm the one to buy it.
Did he just want to be Martin Scorsese? Is that what the idea was? Like, I'll just put I want to have a camera and say the N-word.
Having rewatched Taxi Driver, yeah, that is a crazy scene.
That happens.
No, I know.
No.
You know what a 44?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what a 44 Magnum would do to a girl's pussy?
Hey.
Now that you should see.
What was I gonna say? Maybe my favorite thing that Quentin Tarantino has ever done, and this is a hot take, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Brad Pitt is working up on the roof, and then he's like,
"Take your shirt off."
Yeah, where he's working up on the roof. You saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Love
it. It's my favorite Tarantino.
He's a douchebag. Love that movie.
He's working up on the roof, and he's trying to remember why he was fired off the last one, and then it goes to the Bruce Lee scene, which is like 10 minutes of that whole scene, and then at the end of the scene, it cuts back to Brad Pitt on the roof, and he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, I forgot that it was like him remembering something because it was a whole nother sequence.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh yeah."
So you bought into the movie, is what you're saying.
Hell up.
Now pull up.
I knew it was a movie when I saw Bruce Lee, and I was like, "Wait, he's dead."
And that's an actor. Pull up
Cassius Clay.
Quentin Tarantino. I don't even know how to look this up. Code Switch. But Bruce Lee.
He's dead.
Oh, he's been dead.
You don't know how he died?
No.
Or is that
That's
dead?
Brandon Lee.
What?
His son in The Crow.
With a gun?
Yeah.
No, that was Bruce Lee, I thought.
It's Brandon Lee, his son. I mean,
I heard
I'm telling you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think I do believe he's right.
Oh, I think you're right.
Bruce Lee had like cancer or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
Well,
I really.
It wasn't a problem.
It was the old Rust. Did that movie come out?
The old Alec Baldwin. Oh, I look, years before the Rust incident.
Did Rust come out?
No, I don't think so. Next question. What do I do?
The Quentin Tarantino Code Switch interview. I don't even know if that's gonna be right.
Code Switch?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, all right. These are racist. I guess just click the second one because it is.
You don't want to click this one?
No. Quentin Tarantino has a knack when he's interviewing with black people to talk
like a black person.
Like a black guy. And then you can comment and say, what's a black guy talk like? Shut the fuck up. Watch the interview.
They did a whole study on this.
Little Bow Wow?
This is the video.
This is Little Bow Wow?
I don't know
You
who that
like
is.
Mike?
Having seen how he talks with Omar,
Is that thing gonna go? Is he gonna be like, "What's up, playa?"
and he says the N-word in movies. Watch him talk about the talk.
Football fiction. I think probably the most famous line is.
I'm sorry.
Pleasing your fans or pleasing the critics for you? Oh, interesting question.
Oh my God.
Is this a bit? This isn't like Mad TV or whatever.
This is the funniest interview ever.
This has to be.
This is SNL.
Even if it's not, he has to be like.
Look at Jamie Foxx. I think it's just real. Hello, Gary.
What is this video?
I'm not that computer savvy, so if he expects me something that
I have to stop this. This is real. I need to go to the credits.
There's no.
Or the credits. That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Oh, Jamie, my bad. Oh my God.
If you watch this fully without pausing, I salute you.
They actually did a whole study on this.
I need to
On
see
Quentin Tarantino or code switching?
No.
I need to see him say Jamie, my man.
They did a liberal versus Republican.
so he put it on a cassette tape. Then Jamie.
And this is a liberal thing. I'm not good.
Then Jamie. My man. Alright.
Sam Jackson's just like.
How is he allowed to step foot into the state of California?
Zoom in on his face.
Look at Jamie. Wait, dude, Jamie Foxx is Sam. Look at Sam.
Yeah.
Look at Sam.
Oh my
What is
God.
going on right now?
Oh, that's one of the funniest things in the world. That's one of my
How have I
favorite.
never seen this?
That's one of my favorite videos of
How
all
have I
time.
never watched that?
I really have no idea what to say at this point.
It literally does play like an SNL bit.
Oh my
Is this
God.
real?
I think.
It feels like before he went on, he was like, "Hey, producer, get a load of this."
Bro, this isn't that long ago in terms of like people getting canceled. This is Django. He was got canceled for making this movie, and then he's gonna go on and talk like that.
He didn't get canceled for dropping the N-word.
Is he on the spectrum?
Yeah, he must be.
Well, then is that an excuse?
No.
He's clearly pretty functional.
I don't know.
That was an hyperbole.
He's rounding up. Hyperbole, good word. Yeah, they say hubris twice in Rise of Skywalker. I'm still mad about that.
In Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, it says hubris back to back.
In Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
In Rise of Skywalker?
In The Last Jedi. My apologies.
Yeah.
That's just a fun one for the folks at home. Watch that on your own time. That is a freaking funny video.
I can't believe. I really am stunned to silence.
Yeah.
Which is rare. How does he get away with it? He can't keep getting away with it.
Well, the fact that, Cracked is not nobody. I'm guessing.
This has 1 million views.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just funny. It is just funny to just point that out. What were you saying about what video, Republican versus liberal or what?
They did a whole study on
how people talk.
Yeah, how people talk to each other, and on specifically white people to black people, and they found that. And again, this was just one study. It was liberals that they toned down their vocabulary, and Republicans changed their
not tone in terms of pitch.
No,
you mean say simpler words.
Yeah,
wow,
they're literally simplifying.
That's.
And Republicans just say whatever they wanted, regardless.
That's weird.
Which I think, it makes sense intuitively if you think about it, but it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Republicans are just stubborn. They're like, I'm doing whatever I want regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's both of them.
That's a fun take.
The one side is patronizing and the other side is stubborn.
But they don't know, they don't think they're being patronizing.
Which is gotta be. Who is it? I don't know why I want to bring this up. Right?
Please.
Is Chris Stefano a person?
Yeah.
Comedian.
Yeah, I think he was on some podcast and he was just saying like, he was talking about people saying like we're regressing and it's the worst time to be whatever, blah blah blah. He's like, if you took somebody from 100 years ago and you brought it to right now, they would weep with how amazing this all is. They would literally cry and never leave their house because they're so overwhelmed by how amazing our world is. I thought that was funny. So stop complaining. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm Puerto Rican! Alejandro. Remember that song?
Yes.
Oh, Joker 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we should have did like our most anticipated. It's already March. Whatever. You guys know that's a musical?
Yeah.
What?
Joker 2.
Nope.
It's a musical.
Sure.
Good luck. I can't forget.
But like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a musical.
That's not a movie. Yeah, it is. I was thinking of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And that is also a movie.
But what does that mean?
What? I mean, like, are you saying that?
I'm saying that
because
the first Joker movie was not a musical.
Yeah.
And now the second one out of nowhere is.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
my point.
Oh, I thought you meant like because I hate musicals.
No.
Oh,
Grease.
I do hate musicals
What about Grease?
though. They're all 50. I mean, come on. That's my problem with that movie.
What?
The high schoolers in that movie are 30 years old.
But you love Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
By the way, rumors are swirling that Amazing Spider-Man 3 is happening.
Please, God.
That
Bring
would
him back,
blow
man.
my
Come on.
freaking
And you know
socks
who's going
off.
to do the soundtrack? Philip! No, I'm just kidding. But there is rumors swirling that he's going to come back for a third one.
That would be great.
But you know what, though? They better just, like, make it good. Like, just try.
Yeah, make it as good as
After
you said.
that movie, I feel like they'd be like, all right.
Right, but I feel like they're like, we got him back. All right, press record.
No.
Do you guys, okay.
Do you pick right up after he comes back?
Well, did you ever see the, oh, I gotta find this. It's AI, so it's terrible and it's horrifying.
Please.
You've seen it? I'll pull it up. How do I look this up?
I don't know.
Let me just type in Amazing.
Comment below. I have no prompt for you. Like the video, watch it, or whatever.
AI scene. No, I don't know how I'm gonna find this.
Wait, didn't that usually...
Oh, she's cross-eyed.
No, that's not. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm gonna watch Dune tonight. I'm gonna wake up and make breakfast.
Alright, anyway, I don't know. So, I saw an AI scene, it must have been on some social media, where Andrew Garfield, you hear him in No Way Home going, like, transporting back. And he's like, no, I'm back. Whatever. And he's in the tower where Gwen died, or whatever. And he's like, obviously, like, what am I doing here, blah, blah, blah. And he sees someone in the distance, and it's Gwen as a Spider-Woman, and he's in a different reality where she's alive, and he died. So it's like they could be together or something. And it's Emma Stone, and I was like, holy shit, make this movie. Make this movie. Anyway.
I love Emma Stone. Bring her back.
She was supposed to be in No Way Home. I don't know what that means, but she's supposed to be in No Way Home.
Do you think they should have just waited to start filming that whole movie during, like, after COVID? Do you think they should have just pushed it 2 years?
Well, I mean...
Because, like, when we were watching it back, it's, like, so obvious to look at a couple scenes and be like, well, they just weren't even close to each other.
And also they weren't even outside ever once.
Yeah.
Like, we'd never get a scene of all three of them swinging through Manhattan in the daytime. Like there's so much, like, no, I don't because I'm so in love with what we got. Like, the fact that it even exists is a miracle, and it made $2 billion.
I agree, but they were going to do it regardless.
Yeah, my answer is yes.
But wait till you hear what I'm about to say. Okay. Sony right now and Marvel, this is giving me first episode energy, but this is a good thing. It feels more structured. Sony and Marvel are sort of spatting right now for Spider-Man 4 because Marvel, Kevin Feige wants to go back to street level, which is, I think, what we all want. Like, he's finally Spider-Man. Like, he has a shitty life and he's on his own.
Yeah.
So he made his own suit, go fight Nacho Varga. Right. Sony is like, Sony is like, no, we need to do No Way Home 2. And they want Tobey and Andrew back again.
Oh.
And they want to do it all over again. So they're at a crossroads. And I'll tell you, I'm torn.
Why can't?
Because on one hand, it feels good. It's about burning.
Why can't Sony just
step aside?
No, if they want to make it,
just make
say
it.
It's not connected.
That would give me so much.
Well, do you know why?
Belief in Sony, just like that is what a fun move if they did that.
Do you know why?
That would be
Because
so
they haven't
great.
made a good Spider-Man movie since 2004.
Well, I know, but like they have all the pieces now. If they want to just do that again.
But they're not good. But I watched Spider-Man 3, and I watched this Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Like the argument is, if it stays in the MCU, it's solid. If it goes to Sony, it's going to be chaos batshit. He's going to be fighting Madam Web and Aaron Taylor Johnson's Craven and Morbius.
It would just be fun.
Hey, you're Venom.
I don't really care.
Yeah, it would be fun in that sense too. Of like you've set this precedent of the Avengers.
If it's not connected, you can just have me.
Like Marvel has set this precedent, obviously. Like no problem with that of everything being connected. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in our movie. If Sony came out and said we're making another movie with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, and it has nothing
No, they're going to do that.
to do with anything,
They're going to do that.
or what were we talking about? If they did something like
Spider-Man
that,
4 with Tom Holland, they want to make it again with Tobey.
or yeah, okay, sorry. So if they came out with one that had nothing to do with the MCU, and it was like basically an FU to Marvel, it would just be like, I would watch that. I mean, I would watch them anyway. I've seen every Spider-Man in theaters.
It would piss people off. I would watch it.
But it would just be like, that would be so fun. And not just...
It'd be kind of like a live-action Spider-Verse.
Well, they already did that in the way home.
Well, I know, but like, it'd be more just their own shit.
Okay, well, the story doesn't end there.
If it's just money, that movie would make so much money.
Yeah.
The story doesn't end there. Apparently, there's a compromise.
Oh.
Apparently, it starts out street level, and then by the end, or it somehow. I was just about to spoil Rise of Skywalker. Do you know what I was about to say? Somehow. Somehow it's still got its multiversal, but it's street level. They're like, all right, we'll kind of do it again. And then I saw another inside scooper that said the multiverse dies after Secret Wars, except for Sony. So Sony's like, we're just doing this for the rest of our days. We're just doing the multiverse forever.
What if they just connected their next Spider-Man movie, not with MCU, but to Spider-Verse?
Oh.
Like he sees the shit in the sky, and then Miles Morales comes out, and he's like, I don't know what to do.
Well, do you know what I want in Beyond the Spider-Verse? I want Spoiler Across the Spider-Verse. Oh, no, wait, I can't say that. Never mind.
Donald Glover.
I can't say that. Never mind. But we can watch those movies. Anyway. That's it.
Gave myself a haircut today.
What?
I noticed. Well,
Thank you.
That was you?
Yeah.
God, isn't that scary?
No. I had to leave for work at 4:15, and at 3:45 I was like, shit, I meant to cut my hair. And then I did. I just did it.
Good job. It looks good.
Thanks,
looks
guys.
Like
I need to go get it.
Huh?
I need to go get it.
That's good.
I'll do it. I got all the tools.
Be honest.
I don't.
If it wasn't slicked back, I mean,
don't trust any barbers either.
I will admit, I look like an idiot if I don't wear a hat and you can't see half of it. Look at my hair. It's just a bowl.
It's not, yeah. You look like
but it looks like
anime
when you push
character.
it back.
Thank you. What?
Nothing.
I was hoping that would.
Like the old Leo cut and have like part.
I was gonna say that,
Leo,
not Leo, but I'm like,
Market.
yes. He.
Predisposed. I don't know what that means.
I was just thinking, like, this is like 1920s, whatever, like that one video that people play over and over. It's like,
Peaky Blinders.
ah.
I mean, if he shaved it,
It's fair.
I'm not an expert yet. I wish I were.
Just take the thing off and shave it. Okay.
I'm too scared. That's all I got. I was hoping that would take like 20 minutes.
I like that it just says The Amazing Peter 3. It's just the best. He's the best.
This is The Amazing Spider-Man 3.
He's the best.
Rudy, calm down.
Bad movie.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. That sounds like we're starting a song.
So
we don't want to try this.
that could be a good name for a show.
We don't want to try the SpongeBob.
Well, that's gold. We'll save that.
Yeah, we'll save it.
We already bought the people in with the Dune 2. You got anything?
Anything.
Anything.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I really don't.
I have something. We talked about this. I'll just ask you, and then if it turns into anything, it turns into something. Do you believe in love after love?
That's what I was saying.
Well, that's kind of what I was about to say. Do you believe
I can feel something
that there is a soulmate for you out there?
No. Soulmate's stupid.
Elaborate. Why not?
I mean, I believe there's someone out there, but if you do it early enough, the idea of like someone being perfect.
But perfect for you, like made literally for you. Like
yeah, I think there's someone perfect for me, but I think there's 25 people perfect for me.
That's kind of what I said.
And if I pick one, great.
But if you think that there's someone that's just a little bit better than the other?
Sure.
In that scenario?
Yeah.
I think that's something.
But I mean, would it be a soulmate if you would still like other people? Like, I feel like when I think of soulmate, it's like there's just no one else. It's just this person.
Nobody else.
There's an article called "Why Soulmates Aren't Real" or something by some lady with 3 names, can't remember, but it basically does just say like that. Like if you can be with someone in a relationship, it doesn't have to be like, oh, we are so similar. It's just if you're compatible in the sense that you're messy and she's messy, great. But if you're messy and she's clean, then yeah, you're probably not going to be great with each other.
So I'll fully admit that this is too much for what I'm about to say. I put too much thought into it, but I don't believe there are either. However, even if there were soulmates, it doesn't mean that. So if there's a soulmate out there, there's no gravitational pull pulling you guys together. Your soulmate could be in Africa or something. Like it could be someone across the world, and people live and die without ever being married. So that person had a soulmate, but just never was in the right moment to meet them. That sucks. What's even the point then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, there's 8 billion people. Good luck. Your soulmate's out there somewhere. I'm like, okay, even if that is real, that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
Kind of live and die and never meet them. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's easier to build one from scratch and just be like, hey, Taco Tuesday
like Frankenstein?
is Tuesday night.
Oh.
No, just take a easily malleable young woman, maybe 15, 16. No, I'm just kidding. No, get a lady and then build your traditions with each other.
Are you talking about grooming?
No, I'm saying like
Elvis.
Have your make sure your tastes are similar. Like if you like punk rock and she likes country, yeah, it's probably not going to work. But if she likes punk rock, oh, that's a good step. But now, if you guys can both be on the same page in terms of like, yeah, we better not get divorced. Yeah, I want to have 3 kids. Oh, I want to have 3 kids. Like that's not a soulmate. But if your interests are similar, which
let's stay on this topic. I've got multiple questions now. How long do you think it's gonna take you before you know you want to marry someone?
Like after having met them?
Yeah.
A year.
A year? Feels like a lot.
I'm not saying I'm going to. Oh.
I was thinking a year too.
Really?
But I was thinking from dating, not even just from meeting.
No, I mean, yeah.
I guess. Well, like, and maybe you guys mean this, like.
Can I rephrase the potential for marriage?
I don't know. I mean, I would probably still say a year. Okay. Like, you'd have to at least spend a year with them to know for sure.
You gotta get out of the honeymoon phase. You gotta like live with them or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that a must? Have to live with them?
I think so. In terms of having a good marriage, I think that would be good.
You gotta know if you're gonna be able to actually live together.
Okay.
You can't just take that risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my next question. Would you rather someone who is into all the stuff you're into, so you can bond over it, or someone who not isn't into the stuff, meaning they don't like it, but they're just not into it, like they haven't done it yet, so you can now expose it to them, like a disease?
I feel like we have to have similar tastes.
But like everything? Like
not everything.
Would you rather have someone who's never seen The Office or who's obsessed with The Office? Because I think it would be kind of fun to show them The Office.
Yeah.
And it's not literally everything, but if I say, hey, I love stand-up comedy, and then they go, I hate stand-up.
No, but I don't want it to be negative. I just want them to say, oh, I've never really got into it. And then you're like, oh, can I show you?
Well, that'd be fun, but then a month later when you show them that, if they say, no, I don't like it.
How about you stop being so negative?
No, I'm just saying over the course of a year, like, yeah, it'd be fun to show them.
And what if they then are obsessed with it like you? I'm saying that could be the potential.
Well, yeah, that'd be great. So, if I show that, well, like you're saying.
But that's what he's saying is similar interests. That would be like
because if I do show them and they say no, then no. Or if I say I like whatever. Like I already said, I like drinking. If they say I'm a teetotaler, then I say, well, then this is probably going to be a problem. If I say I like stand-up and they say I don't, if they already know they don't, then it's like, well, then why bother? It's not just because I can't show them, but it's like, well, then clearly we have very different personalities, and I'm not concerned you don't like stand-up, but if we have very different personalities, that's going to be a problem.
In my scenario, it's not that they don't like it, it's that they just never have been into it. Like, they never watched it.
Yeah, but I'm taking that and then saying, like, after having watched, like, well, if you're saying, do you like the idea?
The result will either go one of two ways.
Yeah.
I know, but isn't that the Spider-Man of it all? You can get Sony and it could be amazing or shit, or you can have the MCU and it's solid.
Well, he's saying you might not want to get hitched to that.
Well, I'm not talking about marriage. I'm just saying when you're starting out. You're just dating.
Oh, no, you were talking about marriage because you said how long would it take to propose.
I'm off marriage. I mean, when you first start dating, I think a year into the relationship, you're going to know their likes and dislikes. I mean, like when you just start off and you're like, oh, do you like country music? Oh, I hate it. Oh, me too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there's something that you like, would you immediately want them to like everything that you like? Or is it an opposites attract thing?
I think I am a little bit more opposites attract.
See?
I mean,
I think I'm the opposite. And maybe we should get married.
Maybe it's just because that's how my parents were. Like, growing up, they were always arguing about politics and shit.
But it's funny because it's like...
That was a weird example, I'm sure.
No, like, that example, if it's like...
People say that, like, oh, I could never marry a Republican.
Yeah, like, I like the idea...
Your dad was liberal.
When they were married, he wasn't.
He was too far gone.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea
the chosen one
of opposites attract, but then it is like...
You're supposed to join the libs, or destroy the libs, not join them. Sorry,
if I was like... The opposites attract thing, I'm going to say stand-up again, just to not get into politics, but let's pretend it's politics. If I'm saying, I love Mark Normand, and then I show them Mark Normand, they say I hate him, I wouldn't go, oh, good, opposites attract. I'd be like, I would spend the entire marriage going, I'm going to get this bitch to love Mark Normand.
But isn't that part of the fun of it?
No, it would drive me crazy.
No, maybe not for her.
Well, forget her.
Forget her to the curb.
So my example is that my mom played sports, was like an athletic person when she was younger, but never watched any of them. And then when my parents got married, she became obsessed with like the Raiders and stuff. And now we all watch Raider games together, stuff like that. Where I'm like, oh, see, that to me is if I could choose. But if I could choose the outcome, meaning they don't like it initially, or they're not into it, and then by the end they love it, I think that's way better than them already starting loving it. You see my point? It doesn't work like that. They could hate it. But if I get to have my cake and eat it too, I'd rather them not like it, and then by the end they love it, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem with that is
no, it's my fantasy. There's no problems. There's no cancer. There's no racism.
I wasn't talking about your fantasy. I was talking about the real fucking world.
Got it.
If you have...
That wasn't that funny. It just wasn't. What are we doing here?
I don't laugh fakely.
Yeah,
Really?
If you have something in common right away, like The Office, and you have that one thing, like that can connect you to go further. So sometimes having that one thing initially is nice, but then obviously if you can get them to convince, like, to like things.
100%. I think there needs to be something.
Yeah, you need some sort of baseline things, but I don't need it to apply to everything.
Right, like you
Also, I kind of like arguing sometimes.
Sometimes?
So
maybe me and Silas should get married because this is more,
yeah, you know what? I agree.
that is how I feel. We're doing it as bros.
Gator's through the roof for you.
No, but yeah, that's how I feel. Where it is like, of course, you look at a girl, she's pretty great. Yeah. But if she's
pretty common great.
Pretty common great.
Okay.
Like if she's talking shit the whole time, I'm like, I'm just saying stand up because that really is like my litmus test to say that again. Of like,
how about dumb t-shirts?
I like dumb t-shirts. Yeah, but that's also funny. Like if you don't like funny or comedy, then it's like, well, this is gonna be a problem. Because I like.
By the way, did you hear what he said? He said, if you don't like funny. That's what
Yeah.
he just said.
You don't like being funny or comedy.
You said, if you don't like funny.
I'm rephrasing here.
You're not the girl for me.
Then that's going to be an issue. Now, if we both like The Dark Knight, and then we sit and watch and talk about how many other movies we love, or if she's like, well, I don't like Prisoners, and I'm like, well, no, watch it. And then she likes it, that's great. But if she watches it and goes, this is shitty, then it's like, All right,
You hit her?
get out of here. No, I spank her. I said, get out of
You know
here.
what I can't stand? People who say they're a big fan of something, and then you ask them a basic question, and they're like, I just can't answer that one. So I have a coworker who said they are a huge Survivor fan. Like, day one, season 1, 46 seasons, still going strong. I said, oh, who's your favorite player that's ever played? Couldn't give me a single name.
Mike
like,
White?
Oh, I'm so bad with names. It's the one guy with blonde hair. He was like, he was season, like 30, season 30-ish. I'm like, are you kidding me? You love the show. You couldn't give me a name. A name?
I relate to that. Because I can't remember anything.
No, that's fine, Sai, but you could have, if you watched this show, you could have said, oh, this was a thing that he did. He couldn't give me a single character.
Oh, it's a guy?
Or gameplay move.
It's a shock.
Or any, he couldn't give me anything.
Oh, yeah, nothing is crazy.
I was like...
I could describe you who they are without...
Right, like if you couldn't think of Oscar's name, you could tell me a bit with him. You'd be like, oh, the gay Mexican.
Oh.
He couldn't tell me anything. And I'm like, you are not... Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
We're trying to relate to you, man.
I'm
It
so
is.
relatable.
Friends.
Yeah.
I keep making it about stand-up, but yeah, like it is... If I
Get
say...
to your stand-up already.
No, like if it really was like I love Mark Norman, and then someone's like I don't know who that is, I would go, oh, I get it, yeah, like that makes sense. But if I say I love Joe List, and they go I love Joe List,
Wouldn't that freak you out?
I would kneel down right then and propose.
I used to feel that way, but I'm kind of not. I'm not that anymore. Really? If I like something super niche, I'm like I don't want. You shouldn't even know what this is, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
I kind of agree. Like I stick by my guns.
I don't know. I'm torn. It's weird. It's weird. I'm
But
like, you stalking me? Like this is weird.
Yeah, if some girl came up to me and said I love Joe List,
She's like, I love Christopher Nolan and John Bellion. You'd be like, shut up.
no, I think part of me would be like, yeah, not as much as me though. Do you sit and watch like how you said about Survivor? Like someone's like, I love Survivor.
Survivor, I hardly know her.
and then yeah, they say I love Survivor, and you go, oh really? What's this guy's name? And then he goes, I don't know. You go, fuck
Here,
you.
actually, I have an example.
Whereas if they said I don't like Survivor, you wouldn't say fuck you, but they say I love it. What's the guy's name? I don't know. You go, fuck you.
I have an example. I matched with somebody on Hinge, and the thing was my goal was to be on Survivor. So we were talking about Survivor, and we were deep cut, and she was like, I hope they bring returners back for season 47. And I'm like, I don't like this. Like, I like saying that, but I don't like you say that. I want to be the one to know that stuff.
Oh, so you're a narcissist?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not a good look.
Narcissist is the right word.
Asshole.
I think I'm gatekeeping. On my little niches.
No, I do that too. Is that everything? I have to piss. Please go on. I have to piss. Like
I don't know. I'm torn. I
can't believe.
I feel weird about it.
I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm trying to think of because...
What if you met a girl? She was like, I love Siege.
Well, that's what I'm about to say.
Would you be like,
I have a lot of things.
Yeah, you do.
I don't care if my significant other likes, like video games, movies, whatever. Like I don't need them to love movies.
But it's a bonus or whatever.
But like,
or it's not.
Yeah, I guess it's a bonus, but it's something that I'm really not looking for. And if they're really big into,
I just figured it out. I think. I don't know. Is it just that we maybe want just some things for ourselves? Is that what it is? I don't know. I actually can't put my. Have you ever seen Eagle Eye? That's our next commentary. I don't know why I don't like it.
Things that I don't need you to like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Maybe for me, it's like too good to be true. Is that maybe it? I'm like, no, you don't. You haven't watched the documentary for John Bellion's most recent album. Like, don't lie to me. You haven't watched it. You haven't seen the part where he cried when he was writing Stupid Deep. You haven't. Don't lie.
But like that, I would be okay with. There are just certain things I'm like.
What? That you wouldn't be okay with?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
This is too hard, man.
I don't think I'm gonna date
A fan of the Celtics.
No, I'm thinking
A video gamer.
Yeah, like I don't think I'm gonna date someone that loves
Cannabis indica.
No, that would be a huge plus.
So you wouldn't want to corrupt somebody?
No.
Then back off.
I've corrupted you enough.
No, Mom, that's not true. No, that's actually not true. Don't. That's not funny. I don't. I promise. I swear to God on my life. It's not funny. Are you looking at you told my mom to keep lying there? So why'd you look at the camera? Yeah. We don't know where we're going with this. We're having a hard time differentiating what we like and what we don't like in terms of a woman's personality. Are you okay?
I'm making sure my mic works. I had to turn it off to piss, so I wasn't pulling the naked
Why?
gun.
That would have been funny.
I know, but
I was like, I have to piss, but I don't want to walk upstairs.
it would have been if we weren't recording. It would have been a pain in the ass to edit.
What it comes down to is there's a balance. You don't want someone exactly like you, but you don't want someone exactly not like you.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know.
Great answer.
People say that you want somebody that is your mom. Is that true?
Well, it is funny. I was going to say...
people say that. You've heard that before?
It's funny how the first... I mean, obviously, the people you're closest with... Like, not that your mom, but you're saying, like, oh, in terms of relationship, your first example being, look at my parents. That's what I want. Isn't that funny? And my parents are not like that. And I'm...
No, they are now.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand that.
Like, not that I love my mother.
Not in that way.
But like...
Gay for your mom.
Yeah. Like, just that.
There are little things that your parents do where you're like, oh, I would like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I don't want to go into, I guess I can't go into specifics. I had a very specific instance of that, and I guess I'm just...
It's going to be appropriate?
Yes. My parents have this thing.
No.
Whoever cooks, the other person cleans. Pretty basic. Nothing special. And I had a relationship where that was a problem. I was like, I just cooked dinner. But it's like, this is kind of just how our family does things. And it would go the other way. They're like, I want to be your parents. It's like,
wow. I know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But like, yeah, there are things where like the little things like that, we're like, yeah, I would like this. But you don't need like everything to be like, yeah, I want to be exactly like
right.
How my parents.
It's weird, like subconscious versus conscious, because it's like,
because you don't realize you're doing shit.
Yeah, consciously you're like, I don't want to be anything like my parents, and then you actually date a girl or whatever, and you realize like, oh wait, this is exactly what I'm looking for. That's very weird.
What do you think the first ingredient on this is?
Corn syrup. I don't say syrup. I say syrup.
I mean, are you saying that because it's going to be something crazy or basic? Ketchup?
Aspartame.
Soybean oil. And then sugar.
Oh.
It's delicious.
You can make that like 5 ingredients.
I think that's my record on beers during the episode, by the way. I don't like the idea because...
Maybe it'll be funny now.
I like the 12-ounce or the 16-ounce beers. These are 12, so normally I only drink 4, but now I drink 6. It makes me look bad. I feel like Shaq when he holds a water bottle and you're like, this is how small these are supposed to be. I feel like an idiot.
How many ounces are those?
12.
Same as this.
What?
They should just reshape the cans. I wouldn't feel like such a drunk. I'm not a drunk, by the way.
How's that possible?
I think I'm...
Chode versus
a load.
And
have you seen on the Pringles cans? They say nothing half full about these. They're like taking shots at like all the bags of chips that are half full.
That's good for them. I never thought about that.
Oh, I think about it every time I buy a bag of chips. Shake it.
No, I know.
The third full.
No, yes, I thought about that, but I haven't thought about Pringles being like, oh, they purposely made.
Now they say it on the can. They're like, yeah, bitch. Show your bag.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in his bag.
I like that.
Do your stand up.
Hey, folks. This is basically an entire script. Like I instead of writing out the idea, I just literally wrote word for word what it would be.
Oh.
Hey everybody, welcome to the townhouse.
The townhouse, the club townhouse.
You know, if I had $1 for...
Sorry.
You got a guy heckling here.
No. You do me.
If I had $1 for every sexist joke I've ever made, I'd have 77 cents. People think we should raise the minimum wage. We haven't changed it since 2009. No one complains that we haven't raised the top prize from the Family Feud since its inception. This is going to be so bad. Did inflation account for that? This is so tough. I'm reading word for word, but I wrote down this script. You know what? You're on Family Feud. You fly out, you buy a hotel room. Steve Harvey calls you an idiot for no real reason. He's like, hey, Harrison, tell me another word for semen. And I go, jizz. And he goes, oh my God, this man just said jizz on TV. It's like, what the hell was I supposed to say? Then you get... Then you get to split $20,000 between 5 people. That's $4,000 a person. After taxes, that's like $2,500. Where is the outrage? This has not been raised since 1970. You can do that on Deal or No Deal in 2 minutes. You get a case, you point at a model. Howie Mandel says, this is your case. Oh, the dealer's calling me. Oh, he wants to offer you $2,500 for your case. You go, all right, good, we're done here. Bye, see ya, deal. Boom. I wrote boom easy. Ah, jeez, all right. I'll see you guys later.
Wait, I think that... No, wait, I think that is genius.
Writing out the stand-up?
And then you making fun of what you wrote. That's funny.
Well, I meant it as no. Like, you could see... Don't worry, the cameras are still rolling.
You just said I wrote boom easy.
Yeah.
That was fun.
One of these is somewhere. Holy moly, where is it?
Inspired by the Bobby Althoff podcast? Which one of those?
He's had the Santino, the wage joke for years. I've heard
Oh,
it
yeah.
for years. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. He was like,
I paid him about 70%, yeah.
This is, compared to last week, if you folks remember what the joke last week was, this is all I wrote for it.
Yeah.
I wrote beard genetics, damn doc, what are you going to give her?
Horribly.
And that's all I wrote, and I did the whole minute. So then, now this week, for whatever reason, I was like, I should write an entire script for it. Terrible idea. Still talking into the fake microphone. I like that. All right. Well, we'll see how the audience interprets it. We'll see y'all later.